Alright, so here's my guide for the Orchis Mystic Lane. So this is actually a recording of a recording because I made a few mistakes on the run, so I needed to voice this over again. But a few things you have to understand on these nodes. It's all about the exposed mechanic with a lot of energy coming to your Bifrost and speed and ultimates coming from um, Val and Sylvie. So yeah, this requires, if you want to one-shot this node, it requires using Mephisto. You can definitely do something in these nodes, even without Mephisto. But if you want to one-shot these nodes, it's all about Mephisto. You can start off with the special in here because you will get those exposed on Mystic characters and the characters and adjacent characters you're targeting. And using that special over there just for the ability blocks and the adjacent characters is a good idea. Charging up Death Pool on this first node is a really good idea because then you can use that ultimate charge up on other nodes and especially on Gladiator. And we can start off with the Sylvie ultimate straight away. We can start off with the Dormammu ultimate straight away. And as you can see, this node is already going down super fast. Here we can go with the ultimate from Mephisto as well. But if you feel like it's going a bit too fast, you can definitely use the special as well. Now we have a North Star in the field, and you definitely want to watch out for him. Using that ultimate over there is a good idea because then you will be clearing those evades, and now you have a chance to actually control him, like I do here with the Sylvie special. And you probably already know why that's important because the ultimate from from North Star is devastating, flipping all of your buffs. And all the while you're controlling this field, you have to look for places where you use your exposed, and don't use the Mephisto special unless you're really certain of it. Now I'm looking for a good spot to be using this special so I can get exposed on a character that I know I will be hitting a couple of times at least, and also of course getting the whatchamacallit ability block on there as well. A bit more unfortunate that Sylvie is about to die, but yeah, we're still trying to hit with all of the splash damage that we can on characters that have the exposed so that we can get the energy back as fast as possible so that we can keep chaining those ultimates from Val and Sylvie as much as possible. Here I'm looking for a good spot to be using this basic. I want to hit on this side because there's the three characters, but at the same time I'm hesitant to hitting on that deflect because that can actually make that resist that exposed. So I'm deciding to hit on that Guardian because I think Guardian can take those hits a bit better than the Star-Lord. And I'm just making sure that I charge up my characters at the end. I'm not going to be using this ultimate because I want to have that ready for the next node. So all the splash damage, everything you do, you have to make sure that you hit those vulnerables all the time. I'm saving these ultimates as specials as well for the next node. Getting one more exposed over there. And those energy are just flying over there. And I'm just saving my cooldowns, making sure that last character dies. And that's the first node. So use your exposed. Be wary of that. Be wary of that North Star, and use the ultimate from Val and Sylvie at least once, and you will be golden on that node. So now we're going for the second node, and I think we are at 4 charges with Deathpool, and there's a problematic thing about this node that it has Gore. Gore will be using his ultimate on the first turn, and he will be eating all of the charges from your chargeable characters. So both Dormammu and Deathpool are danger here, so you have to be aware of that. The good thing about this node is that the Gladiator doesn't have two Annihilator allies on the first wave, so that means that you can actually use the special from Mephisto Empowered, so you can get the exposed online straight away. So that's a really good thing. I was pondering here whether I should be using my Deathpool or switching up with Loki to conserve those uh, charges, but I decided to go in with Deathpool because I think I can control that gore, and actually you have to control that Quicksilver as well, because both of those characters can clear your charges. Gore is definitely the most dangerous one because he will clear all the charges on all characters with an AOE, whereas Quicksilver will have to target the right target to clear the charges with the special. But we're going to be using the same team, and I think that's a correct choice. So let's go in with this. Here I'm actually showing the possible substitutes. I think Loki is the next best character to switch up with Dormammu firstly, and then Deathpool, especially if your charges are screwed up somehow. Alrighty-o. And we are going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So like I said, we are fortunate on this node that Gladiator only has one Annihilator ally, and that means that the passive doesn't trigger. So you can get exposed and vulnerable on this node with the special, and that will hit all of the characters adjacent to Gladiator, and also all of the Mystic characters, which I don't think we have any of in this wave. But we can do the special and get that exposed. Alright, let's do it. There we go. As you can see, there's exposed already, so that's good. We started off with the Val Ultimate. And the node starts to go down, and the wave starts to go down really fast. And we have 4 charges on Deathpool, so we are doing the ultimate for sure to get the 5th charge ready for the last node. Sylvie ultimate will be Terminator Rewinding, and I think we are doing the ultimate, which should trigger the Thanos, maybe not quite yet, but this ultimate will definitely trigger Thanos, but we are in such a good spot that it doesn't really matter. I think we can easily go on from here, and that's definitely that annoying ability from Thanos is inevitable. I had to do it. All right, so we are hitting the ability blocks on Gore and Quicksilver, and the reason is that both of those characters can actually clear up your charges, and that's super, super bad. I'm trying to get that stun on Thanos, but it doesn't work. And now I'm just spreading all of these ability blocks and split and offense downs on the other characters adjacent to him. It doesn't seem to hit anyone else except for Pav, which is actually pretty good because Pav is a dangerous character. Now we have to do the special on Quicksilver, so that because he just cleared all the debuffs and now he is available to actually use his special. So that was like, I was actually not thinking about that, but right away when I noticed that, I definitely used that special on him. Now I'm just looking for a good character to hit that ultimate on with a vulnerable so that we can get the exposed with the striker attack. We didn't get it, which is sort of bad, but Gore still has that exposed, so we can get at least some energy from him. but we're definitely not getting as much energy from this node as we wanted to, but Sylvie is at full energy, so that's really good. So there we go. After this, the boss node, we have full charges on Deathpool, and we have full charges on, or full energy on Sylvie. The problem is that there's a Void Knight in there, which will be ability blocking your characters, and the other problem is that there's a Gladiator with two Annihilator allies, so you won't get exposed on them at the start, and they will be uh, ability blocking you, and there's a Gore doing the ultimate, so he will be stripping your charges right from the start. And this means that it's actually a good idea to do a sack attack in here to eat away that ability block or the ultimate from the Void Knight, and at the same time make sure that you can actually do that ultimate from the death pool on the next try. So also using your death pool at the side in this node is a good idea, especially in the second attack, because Void Knight will be also eating up energy from the character that hits with the special. So having your death pool on the side just gives you a bit more of a chance to actually do that ultimate straight away. I made a mistake here. You should definitely use the ultimate here to get that exhausted. And the basic is a bad idea. Even though you get like Gladiator 50% down, but that's definitely my mistake. I did that by mistake. Don't do that. Use the ultimate because you want those exhausted on the field on this sack attack. So don't do this. Here's the Void Knight ultimate and a lot of ability blocks. We cannot do the ultimate and clear Gladiator right now, and so we're just watching out for Gore speed meter and making sure that we quit loose before Gore takes his turn, and we're just using a couple of abilities, well, a couple of basics here before that happens. You could definitely just quit out straight away because there's not much you can do in here with this sack attack, but we can like get a couple of like insignificant abilities from the enemy team, and you can just do a bit of damage with the basics. But I would say that just quit losing after that Void Knight Ultimate is not bad at all. But as you can see, we actually got the Sylvie passive trigger, so that that Lizard was hit by Sunspot, which is pretty good. So you can at least wait for that long. We have all the energy ready, and we're just watching out for Gore. I think my Dormammu and Mephisto might go before Door, but I'm switching the 2 times speed, just making sure that we're definitely not letting Gore have his ability ready, the ultimate, because that would screw up our death pool. So I think at this point I'm gonna be just doing basic, and in the middle of the ability doing quit loose to make sure that Gore doesn't get a turn. And then we'll be finishing up. So definitely if you have a member in your lane who has Mephisto, it's a good idea to someone else do that sack attack for them and let them do this main attack after that. And I'm gonna be, let's see if I can, because we're waiting for that last energy, it takes about a minute. Because like doing these nodes as efficiently as you can with your lane bodies is super important. It's, of course, most of us don't have Mephisto yet, but the Mephisto players can definitely do a lot in these nodes, and the other people can definitely help more on the tech lane or help more the sack attack on these nodes. But you have to communicate that as well. One thing I didn't mention is that this is actually difficulty 2, but all of these rules apply on difficulty 3 as well. We're doing difficulty 2 just for the event, which is lasting for another 12 hours or so. So we're just making sure that we get as many nodes down as we can to get these event points, as you can see from this node. Uh, Struggling on difficulty 3 at the same time and getting less of those milestone points is a stupid idea. So we decided to drop down the difficulty 2 and just take the hit so that we can get as far in the event as possible. And our energy should be charged about now, so let's do the attack. And this attack didn't go as planned, but you definitely can one-shot this. Well, one-shot it after the sack attack, but let's see how it goes. Here you can see why it's important to have your death pool at the side on this node. And we're doing the ultimate with the mephisto uh, straight away. Ultimate, do the ultimate. I'm talking to me in the past. Alright, there's the exhaust. And yeah, Void Knight will be doing that energy steal right at the start. So it's a good idea to have your death pool on the side just because of that. Because you want to start with that death pool ultimate on that gladiator. And once you do that, it doesn't matter if you've used the basic on Mephisto on him before or not. Now you have to control, well, you don't have to control Gore, but controlling Gore is a good idea because you will get the benefit from the charges on your Dormammu when Gore doesn't steal those straight away. Alrightio, and then we're just going with the ultimate here, and that should be the end of Gore. We don't have like many opportunities to do those exposed in here, and as you can see, we are in a dangerous spot with Green Goblin and Nightcrawler, and we are definitely going to be losing this node at this point, but it's not like it's not doable. We just had a bit of bad luck and maybe bad place, but I think we're just quitting at this point, healing up and going up for a second run, and then we're going to be cleaning it up quite easily. So quitting and losing at the right spot is actually definitely a skill you have to have on these super hard nodes. It doesn't matter if it's the Orchis raid or the whatever raid comes next, but sort of like conserving your resources and your energy and your heals is a good idea. I'm definitely should have quit lost earlier on this one, but yeah, we're going with this team. We are switching up Dorm with Loki. Loki gives us speed, gives Sylvie the full energy at the start, and the mirror images actually help a lot with the energy as well. So you can do those Sylvie alts and the Val alts as many times as you can on these nodes. I'm really liking Loki in this node. I feel like Loki is not that far away from Dormammu. I think you might actually want to use Loki at some point, preferably over Dormammu, but in this case we're using Dormammu mostly and Loki as a good substitute. We're just using that special over there to get that exposed, and Sylvie passive actually got rid of that rid of that earlier Green Goblin, which is perfect. And we're using the ultimate here to get those mirror images, and we're just now hitting characters that we can get exposed, and we are hitting those exposed to get energy. And now we got stuck behind that taunt, which is annoying, but nothing we can do about that, so we're just doing the basics. And now it's back to hitting the exposed. As you can see, the mirror images are giving a lot of energy. That's 2 energy already. And we're doing more of mirror images. And there's basic and more energy. And this is the last wave, which is not that difficult. We're starting off with the ultimate. We don't have any vulnerables here, so we won't get the exposed, but it doesn't really matter because this will be doing a lot of damage. And now we're just doing the basic, getting a lot of damage on the field, and doing the ultimate. You can definitely save up this ultimate if you want to for the last boss, but I decided to use it over here just to make sure that we get this done as cleanly as possible. But there you go. That's how I deal with the mystic nodes, and that's a sort of a overlook on what you have to uh, take into account when working on these nodes. So really, you have to sort of take advantage of those exposed, get the energy, use those Val and Sylvie ultimates as many times as possible. Make sure that your Sylvie at least is at full energy at the start of the new node. If you don't have her ready, you can use Loki instead of Dormammu to get the extra energy and do the ultimate straight away. On the first node, you can start off with the Mephisto Empowered Special to make sure that you get the exposed. And same goes for the second node. But on the boss node, you have to use the Mephisto Ultimate on the first and the second attacks. First attack being a sack attack, a second attack being the main attack. But at that point, your death pool should be ready and one shot in the gladiator. But remember to use your death pool at the side in the last boss node so that Void Knight doesn't steal the energy from her. Be aware of the gores, be aware of the Quicksilver, because those guys can clear up your charges, and that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, hope you got something out of this, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Alrighty, bye!